Hello all, here are the explained solutions for group work B1, which discusses displacement and velocity vectors. So question 1 uses a student named Danica. All three of these students are trying to go to an ice cream shop, and we know that a block is about 1/10 of a mile, and let's track how far each one travels and the time that it takes them to do that. So in the first example, all three students leave at the same time, 3:10. The first student, Danica, arrives at 4 p.m., so that's 50 minutes. So the concept of distance is literally like how far do you actually travel, or the total distance traveled. So since Danica walks 15 blocks west and 8 blocks north, that means she travels 23 total blocks. We could put that distance in miles also. So that's divided by 10 is 2.3 miles. Now the question of displacement is literally how far are you from where you started? That's what displacement means. It's your change in position. Now there's two ways to describe the displacement. You can use the composition of the components to describe the displacement. So Danica's displacement is 15 blocks west and 8 blocks north. That actually does describe her displacement. But if you want to determine the actual value and report both the direction and magnitude of her displacement, then you need to start using trig. And in this example, if you can determine what this angle is, from the Pythagorean theorem, you may have figured out that the hypotenuse, or the actual magnitude of the displacement, is 17 blocks. So you can use any trig function you want. I think that I used the sine of this angle is equal to 8 divided by 17. So that means that the inverse sine of 8 divided by 17 will give you the angle. And when you do the trig, it's 28 degrees. So I'm making some assumptions that you understand how to go from angles to sides. If that's something you need help with, make sure you can talk to me, or you can find somebody who knows or can explain how to do these trig functions. So these are the two ways to describe vectors. You can describe them with their components, or you can actually report the direction and the magnitude. And so Danica's displacement is 1.7 miles at 28 degrees north of west. Her speed is the distance divided by the time, and so we solved for distance up here. That's 23 blocks in 50 minutes. She went from the school to the ice cream shop in 50 minutes. To convert that into an hours, I just multiplied by 60. So that gives us 2.76 miles per hour. The concept of velocity is not just the magnitude of the speed. It is the combination of the vectors. So velocity is a vector measurement. So you need to report not only the magnitude of the velocity like this, but you should also report the direction. So the velocity is 1.7 miles in 50 minutes, which converts to 2.04 miles per hour. But then the direction should also be reported, because this is a vector term. You need to have both things, the direction and the magnitude. Oh yeah. So velocity should have both of those components. It has direction and magnitude. Okay, the next example is Dan, and Dan does it in a shorter time, and he travels farther distance than Danica. So the total distance he traveled was 3.1 miles. If you analyze the components of this resultant vector, though, he ends up with the same components as Danica did. So that's 15 blocks west and 8 blocks north, which means he literally has the same displacement in direction and magnitude. So this is the same triangle as the one above. So since he went a farther distance in a shorter time, I would expect his speed to be higher, and it is. It's 6.2 miles per hour. And then, similarly, because his time was shorter, here's his displacement, here's his time. Displacement divided by time at this direction will give you velocity. So there's Dan. The final student trying to get to the ice cream shop is named Dory. And this must be the fish Dory, because Dory is all over the place here. So if you follow the total distance traveled, she takes 8.3 mile walk. But in the end, the displacement is literally the same. If you look at the components in the x direction, you have a plus 25 block, and you have a minus 10 block. So these two are the minus 10s. Oh, we should do that the other way. So we actually have a negative 25 block and a plus 10 block. So the resultant vector would be a negative 15 blocks in the x direction, which is comparable to 16 blocks west. And then separately, if you analyze the vertical components, so these are the y's, in the y direction you have plus 28, so you have 28 north, you have 18 and 10, those are the two that go north, minus 20, because you have one 20 block south component. So in the end, you have a plus 8 component vector in the y direction, which means you have 8 blocks north. So this is literally the same vector components as the two problems before. 8 blocks north and 15 blocks west. Which means that you're going to have the same magnitude of the displacement. That's 17 blocks at this direction. Now Dory walks a lot faster. She traveled 8.3 miles in 40 minutes, so that's 2/3 of an hour. So her overall speed is actually higher. Her velocity, though, is 2.5 miles per hour at 28 degrees north of west. So the last question asks you to compare which student is the fastest. So thinking about which is the fastest sort of relies on two different distinctions. If you're talking about speed, or if you're talking about velocity, each of these values are going to be different. So if you recall that Danny's speed was 2.76 miles per hour, so this is going to be miles per hour. And this is going to be just the magnitudes of the velocities. All the directions are the same. So Danica had a speed of 2.76 and a velocity of 2.04. Dan had a speed of 6.2 miles per hour and a velocity of 3.4 miles per hour. And Dory had a speed of 12.4 miles per hour and a velocity of 2.5 miles per hour. So if the question is which of the students had the greatest speed, we would say that Dory was the fastest, followed by Dan, followed by Danica. But if the question is which of the magnitudes of velocity is the greatest, Dan actually has the greatest velocity, followed by Dory, followed by Danny. So the question and your explanation should make the distinction between speed and velocity when you're comparing which student is the fastest. So that's it for group 1. If you have a question, you can come see your teacher, and good luck preparing for a test.